Today we are reading another fairy tale. If you'll remember, we read one called Once Upon a Time at the very beginning of the year. That was where the little boy got caught. There's that story on HMH, and he got caught in the jaws of life, essentially, that his parents had put to protect their house from neighbors. That was kind of a dark fairy tale. This is a more traditional fairy tale. It's older. I wanted to go over really quick the 5 core elements of a fairy tale before we begin reading. First of all, you have the characters. You'll always have a protagonist, the hero, and typically an antagonist. They'll both be main characters usually, but sometimes it can be one character fighting a self-conflict. There will be a setting. It'll describe the place they're in. This one is about an emperor and his palace. Plot follows the regular 5 points of the plot chart, which include, the climax. That's where the conflict is going to happen. And then the resolution is, of course, the denouement, the end of the plot chart. Okay, so it's very basic. I just wanted to go over the structure with you. You're going to be reading this story on your own and then answering some characterization questions on HMH. Please remember that characterization is asking us about who the character is, both appearance-wise, but also on the inside, and why that character behaves the way they do. Those are just for practice, and then you will take your analysis quiz. I want you to kind of twist this as you go. You can do it in your head. Think about a tone for the story. Think about the word choice the author is using and why they might be using that. Think about imagery, the structure, which we just went over, and then, of course, the theme. That's a big one you need to pay attention to. Another thing about fairy tales is they'll always typically tell a moral lesson of some sort. So I want you to be thinking as you go along, what is the lesson they are trying to teach us in this story? And that can be similar to the theme, or they can be a little bit different. Some things that are on your quiz that I want you to focus on while you're reading. In regards to the theme, I want you to really think about why the emperor does what he does. What is the root issue in himself that makes him act that way? What motivates him? What is the purpose of this fairy tale? What is the lesson being taught here? Why would somebody even write a story like this? Why did they tell it the way that they did? Pay attention for irony. Irony is the opposite of what you expect to happens. Okay? There is a very ironic piece in all of this, and I want you to pay attention for that. And then if you don't know any of the words as you're reading, please use a dictionary or Google and look them up, okay? I believe HMH can probably help you with that as well. But please, please, please use a dictionary and then identify what context clues help you know that meaning, because you will have a vocab question on this quiz, okay? Please let me know if you need help. I pray this video works. If you still do not have access to yesterday's video, please message me and I'll try to send you a direct link. I will not count that work late. Technology was supposed to be working on it all day. Apparently, any teachers that use YouTube, which we're all supposed to, YouTube got an update and none of our videos work anymore. So they're unblocking one by one, but they were waiting for us to call in. So until one of you messaged me, I had no idea. It looks completely fine on my screen. And they said it was fixed, but I got another message later, a few hours later, from one of you saying it still was not fixed. So I'm just going to have to wait on you to tell me whether it's working or not. I'm so sorry. I wish there was a better way, but there's really just not. Okay, let me know if you need help. Have a good day.